Do you know those negative patterns that seem to repeat themselves in your life? Do these habits, these thoughts, these cycles seem to have a hold on you and won't let go? I get it. It's easy to get stuck in these ruts where you make the same mistakes, have the same thoughts, and wonder why you're not moving forward. But here's the thing. You don't have to stay stuck. You have the strength to get rid of these models. It starts with one simple decision, the decision to take action, right now, in this moment. We all have those unconscious habits or beliefs that hold us back. Maybe it's the fear of failure that keeps you from taking risks. Maybe it's negative self-talk that tells you you're not good enough. Or maybe it's the habit of procrastination that keeps you from getting things done. These patterns are like invisible chains that hold you in place, but they're not permanent. You won't be defined by your past, and you certainly won't be bound by patterns that prevent you from living the life you want. The truth is, negative patterns are not broken by thinking about them or wishing them to magically go away. These cycles can be broken by using other means to interrupt the cycle. This is the power of choice. Now you decide to do something different. You can choose to take a small step forward, even if it feels uncomfortable. When you start choosing different actions, different thoughts, different behaviors, you start to rewrite the script. The more you do this, the more you reinforce new patterns, new habits, new ways of thinking that will start to replace the old ones. You see, most of us fall into negative patterns because they seem familiar to us. It's like living in a comfort zone, even though that zone is filled with disappointment and stagnation. Your brain loves comfort even if this comfort is toxic. The moment you decide to do something else, your brain opposes it. This will throw every excuse for the book to keep you in your current state. But you have to make a choice. Will you allow your brain to control your life, or are you going to go outside this comfort zone and create something new? The more you choose to break these patterns, the more your brain will begin to recognize that this new way is the new norm. It will be uncomfortable at first, but it will get easier. One of the most powerful ways to break free from negative patterns is to catch yourself in the moment. When you notice negative thoughts or behaviors creeping in, whether it's procrastination, self-doubt, or fear, stop for a moment. Don't let that moment slip away and get out of hand. You don't have to fix everything right away. Just make a small, deliberate movement to move you in the opposite direction. If you are delayed, do a small task you were delayed. If you're doubting yourself, say one positive affirmation out loud. These small, consistent actions compound over time, and before you know it, the negative pattern has been replaced with new, empowering behaviors. Breaking free from negative patterns also means changing the way you talk to yourself. Your internal dialogue is incredibly powerful. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that you are not capable, or that things will never change, guess what will happen? Your actions will flow from that belief. You need to start catching yourself in those moments when negative self-talk creeps in and replacing it with something more empowering. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," think, "I'm doing this right now, and I'm capable of figuring it out." Your thoughts shape your reality. So make sure the thoughts you're thinking are ones that serve you. Another powerful tool is accountability. Once you break out of a negative pattern, it's easy to fall back into old habits because no one is watching. But when you involve someone else, whether it's a friend, a coach, or even a group, you create a system of accountability that forces you to stay on track. You can't keep lying to yourself when someone else is there, helping you stay focused and moving forward. Sometimes, having someone by your side is enough to successfully break out of this cycle. Remember, breaking free from negative patterns doesn't mean becoming perfect. It's about taking responsibility for the life you want to create and being willing to disrupt the status quo. It's about choosing to take one action at a time that moves you in the direction of the life you dream of. It won't be easy, and it won't happen overnight. But when you decide not to accept the same old patterns, your life will begin to change. So here's the challenge. Right now, today, choose one small action to break the pattern you've been stuck in. Don't wait for the perfect moment or until you feel ready. Start now. Once you get started, you will begin to discover that you have the power to change your life. You can escape negative patterns. It starts with the choice of action, and you can have everything you need.